To build our roller coaster, we're going to need some cardstock paper, a piece of cardboard to use as the base, some tape, a pair of scissors, and a marble. The templates we use can be downloaded from sciencebuddies.org. We've included a link in the description below. If you don't have a printer, they also have instructions to draw your own. They have a lot of other STEM-themed activities, so be sure to check them out. Our first step is to make a hill. Just like a real roller coaster, we need to start with a big hill so the marble can generate enough speed to go around a loop. First, we'll cut out one of the pieces with the label Hill Loop. After we cut it out, we'll make 3 cuts at the end of the paper on the solid lines so we can make a curve at the end of our hill. Next, we'll fold the paper along the middle dotted lines. With the cuts we made, we can reshape the end to create a curve for our first hill. When you like the shape of your hill, use tape to stick it together. Next, we'll need some supports for our hill. Look for the piece of paper with 2 supports and we'll cut them out on the solid lines. If you look closely, there are also short solid lines at the end that needs to be cut. These will be folded out so it will be easier to tape to the base. After cutting, we'll fold along the dotted lines and use tape to keep it together. One of the sides should overlap, but it doesn't need to be a perfect square. Now we need to tape our supports and hill to the base. I'm going to put the first support right on the corner and tape it to the base. Then I'll fold some of the strips around the corner and tape it on the bottom side. Once the support is well taped, we can bring in the hill. We'll start by placing the hill against the support while also making sure the bottom is nice and flat on the base. Once it's in a spot you like, tape it to the support. Then we'll add the second support right beside the hill. We'll tape it to the base and then tape it to the hill. Feel free to add extra tape to better secure your pieces to the base. We can also do a quick test to make sure the hill supports the marble. Now let's make a loop. We'll cut out another hill loop piece, but this time we'll cut along all the solid lines. Like before, we'll fold each part along the dotted middle lines. When we're done, we'll shape it in a circular shape to make a loop. This step can be a little tricky. You might want a second person to help you keep the circle together as you tape it. Make sure you don't have any sharp corners. To test out our roller coaster, we can tape the beginning and end of the loop to the base at the bottom of the hill while holding the loop steady with your hand. Then drop the marble and see if it has enough speed to make it around the loop. If the marble makes it around the loop, then you can add more tape to the loop to keep it steady. If not, double check to make sure your loop has no hard corners. You can even take another hill loop piece and cut it in half to add to the top of your hill to make it even higher so the marble can go even faster. Once your marble can make the loop, add more tape to keep the loop steady and try testing it again without holding it. Now we'll make a curve. We'll cut out one of the pieces labeled curve and fold it along the dotted lines. This time there's 2 dotted lines, so make sure you're folding it twice. Now take the wall that has cuts in it and we can move them together to create a turn. Once you like the shape of it, you can tape it to keep the curve together. Once you're done, we can tape it to the base right after the loop. We can do another test to see if the marble can make it around the curve. If it can't, we can try adjusting the curve. We can also try making the hill longer if you haven't tried that already. And with that, we've finished our roller coaster. You can take it apart and put it together differently, or print out even more parts to add to it. For example, I'm going to make a finish area for my marble using one of the curve pieces. I'll make the curve into a circle and tape it together. Then I'll add it after the curve. But your roller coaster doesn't have to stop there. Try adding different parts to your roller coaster and see what works. But remember, the hill is used to create enough speed for the marble to go around the loops and hills, So if we want to add more loops, we're going to need more hills. Show off your creativity and send us a picture of your creation. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our other Makerfest videos.